Wonder how good the fireworks are going to be here in this country. Here we go, here we go. There we go. It is kicking in. There we go. Take a look at this. It's spectacular. Wow, if you're listening on radio, you've got all those big bursts of those Catherine wheels. You've got all the huge fireworks and everything else. Take a look at this. Isn't it fabulous? You've got the line. No, we've gone back to Hong Kong. Joined us and you're listening live on radio. What we are listening to are the fireworks displays and the order that's coming from those. The one we currently have is the one in Taiwan, in Taipei, and we're looking at all the fireworks that are going on across the world as we hit the new year. 2024 has already arrived for some people around the world. Although I find it interesting that it didn't appear to be on the hour. I mean, are they a couple of hours and a minute ahead or something like that, or behind? That just seemed a bit odd to me. But that's how it rolls, and they've got a fabulous display. Now we're on the Chinese, or in Hong Kong, we've gone to that display as well, and it is quite incredible how much money they must be spending on these things. And joining me in the studio right now, there is Perry and Matthew Laza, who are going to be my panel throughout the show. But as you say, it is the 31st. It is the new year. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you're planning to do for the new year, how you're going to spend it. GBnews at gbnews.com, or tweet me at GBnews. I'm going to my friend's house. We're going to drink some Bollinger that was given to me by someone. I wouldn't spend that kind of money on anything. Especially not a man.
But you were very much worth it as a gift.
Well, I think so.
Exactly.
I think I'm definitely worth it. But, I mean, look, Matthew, do you think that these people should be spending this kind of money on these fireworks every year?
Well, it's sort of a bit of a sort of arms race, isn't it? Of fireworks across the world, you know, as the countdown. But I mean, it does help if you have a harbour. So obviously Hong Kong, it's pretty spectacular as the ones we saw in Sydney earlier.
Thames.
Yeah, we've got the Thames, which doesn't do badly. I live quite near the Thames, so if I stand on tiptoes, I can just see them from my house.
Why don't you just get out of your house and go to the Thames?
Well, of course, you have to have a wristband which sells out in 5 minutes, even for us local residents. So,
it's terrible.
Yeah. So that's as good as it's going to get. But I think these are pretty spectacular. I think we can allow a bit of fun.
No, so you do enjoy this. Do you think they're wasting money? I mean, you're COP20, you're Car 26, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's interesting looking at the Hong Kong display, because obviously we're going to have our own mayor's London Communist fireworks display tonight.
That's very helpful.
So, yeah, it's, I like fireworks. I believe 25th fireworks. In that part of the world, I'm sure it is.
It was quite interesting, though, looking at the contrast now. So if you've just tuned in, we've got the contrast of the two firework displays. The one on your, as you look at the screen, the one on your left is actually China, and the one on your right, as you look at the screen, is actually in Taiwan, in Taipei. And it's I think the one in Taiwan seems slightly darker. They spend as
well, I
much
mean,
money
this
on
is
it.
hugely political because China still believes that Taiwan is part of China. It really doesn't recognise it. Indeed, most of the world doesn't recognise it as an independent state. So they'll be making a big political statement.